Season 3 begins with Doug in a bit of a bad way.
Yeah.
Is there ever going to be a time when he thinks Frank Underwood may not be good for his health, and he thinks maybe I should jump ship?
I don't know. I mean, the great thing about our show is we create as we go. You know, Beau Willimon is a brilliant man. I trust him and the writers. So wherever they take that, but me personally and what I've done with that character, I can't imagine that. But if it's written, it's going to be right. So I'll play it. You know.
Yeah. Why is he so loyal to Francis?
I think it's a byproduct of his job. I think, you know, the loyalty comes from how much he loves doing what he does and just wanting to be the best he can be at what he does. So I think his loyalty is I mean, he does have love for Francis, but it's that absolute loyalty is a byproduct of wanting to be the best he can be at his job.
Yeah. I'm sure you get asked this a lot, but there's a general election coming up in this country in a couple of months. What advice would Doug Stamper have for prospective candidates, do you think?
Hire me as your chief of staff, or hire Doug as your chief of staff. You know, I guess a support team is always the best thing. So I don't know enough about your political system or who's even running to say. So
it's relatively similar to yours, to be fair.
Is it?
Yeah.
But you, not quite though, right? I mean, you have how many parties?
The two main parties.
You have more of a third party than we have. Though,
yeah,
right?
we do. Well, not anymore, maybe.
Yeah, right. That's what I feel like we need. I feel like everyone should have a third party, a legitimate third party. I feel like if we all had a real third party, then, you know, right now it doesn't matter in our country, and probably the same in yours. Whoever gets elected, the other one's screwing them. So
Precisely.
we need a real third party to be like, hey, let's bring people together for the right reasons instead of what your party believes, you know.
Do you think the Machiavellian behaviour that happens in House of Cards almost continuously actually happens at all in real life?
Well, I can answer that by telling you, having gone to the Correspondents' Dinner now two years in a row, that I've met many people in the real world, and a lot of these young kids have come up to me and said, a lot of these junior staffers and whatnot, and said, I know a guy just like you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, okay, maybe maybe they didn't kill someone, but I know a guy just like you. And I was like, Jesus, that's scary. So yeah,
shocking.
I think that maybe just shy of murder, that a lot of what we do probably does go on that we don't know about.
Amazing drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what advice would Doug have for a young staffer or a young intern trying to get into the...
What would Doug have, or what would I have?
Well, a bit of both, actually.
What Doug would say, I guess, you know, that is the one thing that I can say that I share with Doug. You know, we're completely different people. But the one thing I think I share is my dedication to my work and how hard I do work at what I do and how hard he works at what he does. So I think, you know, the best advice would just be like, you give everything you have, you know, it's your job. You know, you have your family, and that's a different part of your life. But when you're working, you're working, and you know, it's not time to be tweeting and stuff. You know, it's work.
How much respect do you have for co-stars like Kevin Spacey and Robin Wright?
Endless. Like honestly, the way the two of them approach their work is very much like the way that I do, and you know, it's really serious. You know, we have fun when we're working as well, but you can only have fun on set when you've come prepared. So I have the utmost respect for them for coming to work every day just ready, A game, you know, and we can clown off when we clown off, but it's the work ethic of everyone, the crew, our whole thing is just about, you know, work.
How flattered do you feel that people dedicate their whole weekends to watching a show, binge watching a show that you're in?
It's so flattering. I mean, it's you know, I think, you know, I know some people did 13 straight. They just watched it from whatever time in the morning it came out until they were done. And I don't know how you could do that, but the utmost respect to those who do.
Same dedication that you have to your work.
Yeah, I guess.
Watching it.
I guess some people's job is watching television.
Yeah. Just finally, if you were writing the show yourself, how would you like Doug's story to end?
I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a good question. I don't know. I've always relied so heavily on them telling me what to do, and I enjoy that. So I don't know if I were given the opportunity to write Doug's story. I don't know. Like, if part of me, my brain goes, wow, have a real girlfriend, or you know, or a real true love, or take a bullet for the president, or you know, be the president, or you know, there's a million. Just the way those writers do in the room all the time. They're like, well, what happens if this happens? You know, and what happens if this happens? There's nothing that I really say that I want or have to do.
I guess that's the great thing about House of Cards. It can go anywhere from here, can't it?
It can.
Yeah.
It can.
Anyway, thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Appreciate
Pleasure.
it.